Hey, welcome back. I'm Tyler. Today on Wood Nerds, I want to share with you the easiest project I've ever completed. This will be really good for beginners. It's only about a 30-minute work time and you only need one 1x4 to complete it. For more established woodworkers, this will be nice as another product to add to your portfolio, bring a little extra revenue in. Gotta get those greenbacks, baby. Let's go ahead and jump in the video and we'll sum everything up at the end. Step one for any project, make sure your saw is dialed in. I use a speed square and a machinist right angle to make sure everything's accurate. I also want to make sure that my 1x4 is nice and flat and straight, and I used a planer for that, but you can also use a belt sander. I used my speed square to mark my 45-degree cuts. I took care of those on the miter saw, and then I used that first cut off as a template. Make sure that your arm's in the way so no one can see what you're doing. Then I took these babies over to the bench and glued them up. I use Titebond 3, it doesn't really matter, any wood glue is going to work for these decorations, there's not a lot of pressure on them. Clean up the squeeze out and then use a piece of tape to hold the joint together, do it for both sides, and then wait overnight basically for the glue to cure. I sanded the entire project with 220 grit, this will help keep everything smooth, make sure you get the edges, and then on the sharp corners I recommend hand sanding so they don't splinter on you. I'll be using these hangers to mount them to the wall, but I want to carve that out first. And just a reminder, any of these tools and materials that I'm using will be linked in the description below. When carving this portion out, keep in mind the depth of the screw and wood combo that you're using here. But I'm going to use a Forstner bit to hollow this out and then follow up with a chisel just to kind of straighten it up. It's definitely not pretty, but it's going to work. There you go, fits nicely. I started using this Danish oil recently and I really like it. It's only one step. You just have to rub it on. You don't even have to coat it with poly or anything like that. The oil helps protect the wood. And then set it up on a bar like this and that'll give you air above and below the project while it dries. And then same with your rags, make sure that they're spread out so they don't catch fire. I mocked up and traced the holes for pre-drilling for the hardware, mounted that baby, and that's it. I ended up doing 4 of them. This is a really nice space filler, especially in a spot like this, in this alcove here where I did this kind of like a mudroom setup. This is a floating bench and board and batten in our laundry room with hidden storage. More to come. Back to Big Ugly. And there it is, like I was saying, super easy project. If you got some value from this video, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share. That stuff really helps the channel out. If you're a new woodworker, I hope this helped build some of your skills. If you're an established woodworker, I hope this makes you a ton of money. Let me know in the comments below. But thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me. I'll catch you next time.